Well,
We're live.
well, hey y'all. Oh,
Welcome to Cooking with Na Na
and Murry.
We're in a little different location tonight. We're in our basement. We're having some painting done upstairs, and we're fortunate and blessed enough that we have a whole nother kitchen in the basement. So we may be doing more from down here because there's more room. So anyway,
You're saying I need a lot of room.
pretty much. And so we're here tonight. Hope you have fun. This is us, just being us, and gonna give you some good. Been waiting on this all week, so it's a pretty special night. So I'm just gonna turn it over to
Lord,
Murray and let her.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna be trimming up these strawberries while
Okay.
you going through the.
All right, going through the rigmarole. Can I move this thing?
Oh, this episode is brought to you by Cable Auction Company. Sold it.
Oh Lord.
And also Firebird Salvage. Look us up on Facebook.
Lord, all right, you got all that out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna do my mother's famous strawberry pie. That's not really a pie, but a pudding. I don't know why she called it strawberry pie, but she did. And it's strawberry pudding. So the good thing is I've got her handwritten recipe right here. Made her write this down for me about 3 years ago, and it took me, well, not 3 years ago, it's probably been longer than that. It took me a good couple of days to kind of translate it, because boy, she really did write some stuff out.
We've been calling this Cassie's home strawberry pie. If she knew I was calling her Cassie, she'd probably come down from heaven and just walk me over the head with a wood spoon.
Yeah, she would.
But anyway, Mary Jane's going to tell you why her mama had more names than Carter's got pills.
Yes, my mother, bless her heart. My mother's name was Jane Casalois Glennis Vice Gilleland. Let me say that again. Jane Casalois Glennis Vice Gilleland. And they used to call her Cassie.
But when she was a kid, a lot of kids would kid her and leave the C off of Cassie. And that's why she didn't like Cassie.
Well, okay, so there's a little more to that story that you kind of know maybe or don't know. I don't know. My brother Paul told me that they were watching Gunsmoke one afternoon. And there was like a character on there that had a mule, and the mule's name was Cassie. And my brother said that not long after that episode, I think my mom and dad might have had a little spat over that whole mule thing being called Cassie.
That wasn't the reason. That was just this last straw on the camel's back.
Yeah, it did. So my mother went and had her name legally changed from Casalois, Cassie, to Kathy, and proceeded to make everybody call her Kathy. So I never could accept that name. I thought Cassie was a lovely name, no matter whether it had a C or not. Anyway, my sweet mama, she was something else.
And we just want to thank everybody. Like I say, this is just us being us, and we're having a good time. And you know, just in the short week we've done this, I mean, we got over 300 people that's liked our page, and I mean, it's just kind of amazing. And we just want to do a big shout out. I need to do a big shout out to Heather Hanson in somewhere up in Wisconsin. I can't. Kenosha. When I was in the hospital last year at Emory, she'd send me postcards from all different places, old postcards and places that she thought I should see it and everything, but it was sweet. Never met the lady, and Mary Jane hadn't either, but they're become friends
Yes,
on social.
I have met her.
But on social media thing. But anyway, sweet lady. I told her I just wanted to thank her for all the cards that she sent while I was recuperating last year from my stem cell transplant. So anyway, big shout out to
Heather.
So
Yeah.
we better get to making this
Get
pudding.
to making this pudding. Okay, so here we go. We got our strawberries. They're already cut up. 2 pounds of them. Mother always said they had to be good strawberries. So yeah, we had some pretty good strawberries. These were enormous. Nathan, like I said, we already got them cut up. First thing, 2 cups of whole milk. Just FYI, you need some Pampered Chef. You need to get a hold of Kirsten Creek. Okay, so we're going to do our milk, and then we're going to put in 4 tablespoons of flour. Now, okay, so a lot of times when you're having to mix the flour and the milk and you're heating it, the flour leaves these like little floury pills in there. So I tried something different, thanks to the grand chef here today. Told me to sift my flour prior to. So that's what I did, and I'm going to hope that we can kind of get that not be so pilly when we're mixing it up. All right, so 4 tablespoons of flour. That's going to be kind of your thickening agent. Alrighty, that's
Seeing who I was saying hi and stuff.
well.
Greg House.
Hey, Greg.
Kay Hardy.
Hey, Kay.
Judy Kearney.
All right, so-
Heather Hanson. Carl Tate.
Hey, y'all.
Hey y'all. If I miss anybody's name, there's Melanie. Hey cuz.
All right,
Mary.
so
All right.
we're going to get on with the cooking here. All right, so after I got my 4 tablespoons of
do?
flour,
Oh.
we're going to do a tablespoon of vanilla flavoring, and we kind of had a little tiff about that because he said it should be just 1 of those, but that's not how I've made it.
And if
I've always
anybody's
made it.
wondered, the cap of the vanilla flavoring is 1 teaspoon.
Yes, it is, but I'm putting a tablespoon of vanilla in there like I've always done because that's what's on Mama's recipe. All right, now I got to get my eggs.
No, you see, Chef. Oh, where's
Well, the sous chef's too busy over there doing something else, so that's all right. I got it. All right, sous chef can get, where's my trash can? All right. So we're gonna crack our eggs. Lord.
I'd like to splatter it all over you there.
Listen, Martha Stewart, I am not. I might be kind of dressed like Martha Stewart a little
Hey,
bit
like
tonight.
this.
I'm telling
And
you.
pearls there.
Well, you know, I posted on Facebook
Pretty
that
as a pearl.
my mother was quite the well-dressed lady, and I thought that's kind of how
Kind
I
of
could
fitting.
pay homage to her tonight. And she was a pretty funny lady too. Tell you what, she was always coming up with funny little names and nicknames for people, and it's funny at her memorial service, a funeral. One of my childhood friends, David Shivers, preached her funeral, and it was funny because he said, you know, at the beginning, he goes, you know, this lady, she had so many names. And he was right. My mom did have a lot of names. And I kind of thought that, you know, it never dawned on me when growing up. But as I was sitting there, I'm like, holy cow, I am my mother. Because I have a lot of names too. Murray, Mary Jane, Jane, MJ. Grand Murray. So I guess I'm my mother's daughter.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so I got these eggs beat up pretty good. They need to kind of be fluffy. Will you get that little double boiler? So what we've done is we use a double boiler. Put all this mixture in there. There you go. We get all of this kind of mixed up good. So yeah, all right, what else can I tell y'all about my mother? She
was a pistol.
She was, I tell you, when she was little, okay, so my aunt, her mother, her sister, Larry, my Aunt Larry, yes, her name is Larry, her name was really Lorraine, but she wanted to be called Larry.
These girls had things about their names.
I'm telling you, I know. So anyway, when they were little, they were about probably 6 or so, and it was a big deal to get candy back then. So my mom told her sister, who was younger, she had a green lollipop, and did she want it? And of course she said yes. So she said, well, you're gonna have to close your eyes, and I open your mouth and I'll give it to you. And she gave it to her. She stuck her big toe right in my aunt's mouth, which she never let her forget that. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to get over here on this boiler, which we should have already had turned on. But
Well, I'm going to have better get on this camera. I'm not doing too good right here.
yeah, so we're not going to cook this the whole way. Well, I've already made some of this, and it's going to be cool. So we can go ahead and build the pie here in just a minute, but I wanted to...
It takes a few minutes to get this thickened up just right.
Yeah.
So you just have to bear with us. We're going to tell you a few little...
Yeah, a few more little stories. But here, the thing is with this, when you're doing this, you gotta stick with it. You gotta keep your eye on it. You gotta keep stirring it.
Keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah, and at some point, you'll be able to tell, especially if you're using a whisk. At the bottom, it'll start kind of getting a little mushy at the bottom, and you'll be able to tell that it's starting to thicken. But you got to get good at the whole eyeballing it. He can eyeball it and tell that it's almost ready. I mean, you don't want to wait until it's thick. You want it to be semi, and there's a fine line with that semi-thick thing. I hope I'm making sense. I'm making sense to me, so I guess that's okay. So.
But anyway, you just combine the eggs. 3 eggs beaten.
Yeah, 3 eggs, 4 tablespoons of sifted flour, 2 cups of whole milk, and a tablespoon of vanilla flavoring.
Just mix it all together, put it in the double boiler, and just going to keep on mixing this till it thickens up to the right consistency.
Because we're making pudding.
Pudding.
And
That's a pie.
Here's another thing, too, that you could try, and I think I may try it next time, is instead of using vanilla flavoring, use some strawberry flavoring. So, don't know why I've never thought about that until today, but I did. So, there you have it. All right. So, Mr. Nathan, I guess.
Speaking of Mary Jane wearing this dress, I mean, kind of got to brag on her a little bit.
Lord.
And
oh, Lord. I know what's coming.
I mean, she just looks so beautiful. She's been going to Weight Watchers, and I'll let you tell them. I mean, it's kind of hard for a man to talk about a woman's weight, so.
Yeah, it is.
So you just talk about it. But
so yeah, okay. So I've been feeling pretty good about the fact that I lost like 22 pounds. Been going to Weight Watchers, and really patting myself on the back. And a couple of Friday nights ago, we had like a little social distancing party in the cul-de-sac.
We just sat around.
Just a few of our neighbors. We all were sitting 6 feet.
Less than 10.
Yes, way less than 10. So anyway, so we had Nathan had set up our little camping chairs out there, and I went, what are you laughing already? Oh my God. So I went to sit down in my chair. Well, it busted.
It collapsed.
Well, I didn't hit the ground. I got like all hung up in it, and I couldn't get out. Looked like an idiot. Anyway, it was funny, and I was laughing and stuff. Well, my next door neighbor that was sitting there, whose wife has been going with me to Weight Watchers, looked at me and said, well, I think I'd be calling Weight Watchers and getting a refund. I was like, what are you saying? Anyway, he was just funny. I mean, we've laughed about it. He's laughed about it more than I
Been
have.
pretty funny.
But yeah, so we thought we would share that little funny thing with you, and it was funny, and I laughed, and you know they're a good neighbor when they can say you're fat and you think it's funny.
Oh.
So anyway,
We kind of told y'all last week we were going up to Tampa down to Tampa to Moffitt Cancer Center. So we're just gonna give you an update on that, and
you gonna give them an update? All right, I'll do my best. So without getting
how about sugar?
oh, sugar. Put that sugar in there. Good Lord.
Whoever texted me, thank you.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, let me just stop right here and say, from the minute he turned this camera on, I have had my stomach all the way up in my throat.
Oh, Dennis
Nervous is
Thanks,
all get
Dennis.
out. Thank you, Dennis. And it's because, I've made a big deal out of this today, and I don't need to, because really, this is us being us. And I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I know y'all probably could feel it from the very get-go of this, that we were both nervous. So now that I had forgotten the sugar, that would have been nice. That kind of helped.
Just
That helped kind of break the ice a little bit. Now I feel a little bit more. I'm relaxed now. I'm human. This is just fun. So we went down to Tampa, and
our biggest regret was we didn't go by and see, what's her name?
Carol Baskins.
Carol
Oh,
Baskins
God.
from Tiger King place. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not, because we were going to go, but we couldn't. There was nothing open. I mean, except, this is the same down there as it was up here. Everything's closed as far as, getting your food. You can get takeout. The grocery store's open and that sort of thing. But, it was like we sat in the hotel room, except for one day. We did manage to sneak down to the beach, and we kind of were a little on the rogue side because the little ramps and stuff, they were barricaded, but there were people down there, and everybody was decent. Nobody was like spring break partying. They all were social distance apart and respectful, and it wasn't crowded. So I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I needed to see the ocean that day. That was an Easter Sunday. Oh my God, it was just awful. I cried in the shower that morning.
We watched a couple services. We watched Randall, my brother, at Bowling Springs, and I watched my buddy Kevin Kennedy at Shallow.
Yeah, and Ronnie McCormick at Hightower. So we churched up pretty good.
Yeah, and so then we just went out and ride. Well, I had to find out where the hospital was. For my appointment, I had to be there at 8 o'clock next morning. So I had to go there.
We're getting there, y'all.
Yeah, it's getting thick. So we'd ride. We found out where the hospital was, and then we just kind of took a little road trip and rode up and down on the started at Indian Rock Beach and drove all the way down to St. Petersburg.
It was beautiful. I've never been to Tampa.
Never been. Yeah,
gorgeous place. I think we may have try that out for a vacay sometime.
But anyway.
Yeah, get on with the story there, Slick.
Went to the doctor.
Oh, you want me to tell?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of keep an eyeball on this. So, without getting real technical, because it can be very confusing. It's almost confusing to us, but this is pretty simple. We really don't know anything. We have learned with cancer, you can't have any kind of expectations, because you go into an appointment thinking one way, and I can assure you, you're going to walk out thinking quite the opposite. But that's just how it is. So what happened is they didn't have all the biopsy results, and he really needed to see some older biopsy results. And doctors, he probably read Nathan's history and all that 30 minutes prior to that appointment, and then realized he didn't have any tests. So we got to wait for those, and we're still shooting. We're still shooting to maybe do CAR T therapy in Atlanta, and if not there, it will be Tampa or somewhere else. So, you know, that's just that's how it goes. That's the way cancer is, you know. I don't know if it was a relief or what, but we just took it like it was, and I guess it's because we have that attitude of it's the way things are with cancer, and to have no expectations that I guess it's okay, you know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I just praise the good Lord. I mean, because without, I just don't understand how people make it through Christ, just like we're going through now without Christ in our life. I tell you, such a blessing to us, and you know, I could, you know, be in there all depressed and everything, but instead, you know, we're in there making a fool of ourselves on Facebook Live.
Forgetting the sugar. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Dennis Martin, who, by the way, when all this has blown over. Absolutely. And we're able to go places. Y'all need to come out to the Mall of Georgia, Ted's Montana Grill, because you won't ever eat another real steak. You'll be eating bison from there. Hey, ribeye. I don't mean to talk about, but I want you to look at this and see. It's getting there. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting there.
All right.
Hey, but I'm telling you what, you eat bison ribeye from Ted's, and you won't eat steak anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what's the good about Ted's over there too is the service you get. I mean, it's just impeccable. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you treat you like
friends, you know. And plus, we go over there lots, so they know us.
Well, they're that way with everybody, you know.
Yeah.
They're nice and they're sweet and kind.
You get good service.
Yeah, you will.
And if you don't, just look up Dennis Martin.
Yeah, don't talk to us about it. Oh, that's funny. No, okay, so we're getting there. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I hope this isn't taking too long and we're not losing too many people, but just hang with us because we're fixing to build us a pie because I've already got a cold one. Like I tried to say earlier, I don't even remember if I said it. We've already got a cold one in there. I just want you to kind of see what it looks like so that you'll know when to take yours off. Because I know every one of y'all is out there making a pie right now. And it's really not a pie. I really don't know where that came from. She just called it strawberry pie. And you know what? Now that I think about it, there was a restaurant in Sandy Springs called Char House. And they had something on the menu called strawberry pie. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mother's recipe is very similar. Okay, I think we're just about there. And, why don't you get that camera and give them a good close-up of it? So they can kind of see the consistency of it. See, and
like pudding.
Yeah,
looks
you were
just
right.
like pudding.
You were right about the little flour things that
they just sift and help.
Yeah.
We got 42 folks watching.
Hey, y'all. Anyway, so I'm going to take it off the heat, don't you think?
Yep.
Okay.
Just leave it there, and we'll get this other one out.
I'll take it off the eye.
Just bear with me till I get the camera back in position.
All right. Get that camera positioned.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, so here's pudding that I made last night. Because you really, it's got to get, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. What we just made, it's got to cool completely. And if you're kind of pressed for time, you can stick that top piece in the freezer. But keep an eye on it. You know, I always try to check it like and stir it up a little bit, and like every 15 or 20 minutes or so. Or you can just let it sit out if you're not in a big hurry to make pie. So anyway, that's why we went ahead and made some from last night. Okay, so we're gonna layer everything that we've got here. We got vanilla wafers, we got strawberries. We got Cool Whip. Now let me think about what the order is that all this kind of goes on there. We're going to put some vanilla wafers in first.
No, we're not going to have 2 pies.
And listen, what's funny is I've made this like a million times. And I'm looking at this recipe and I have to keep going back to it like every 2 seconds.
So
anyway, all right, so we're gonna build. We're gonna put a layer of, my hands are clean for crying out loud too. Oops. I guess you'll have to eat that one later. All right, so we're gonna start with a little layer. This, can y'all see? I mean, is the whole table in here? Okay. All right. This was Mother's bowl that she made these pies in all the time. She actually had a couple of them, and I've got another one upstairs, but this one, I don't know, this was the one I always kind of remember because it was, it was deep and you can see the layers and stuff. I know y'all saw that posted on Facebook earlier. So, okay, so after that, here I am back at the recipe. We're going to put some of these berries. Lord, that's me.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to layer it with some berries. It don't have to be pretty. And I want y'all to look. I mean,
me.
Look how wide or how big these strawberries were enormous.
Them were some good strawberries.
That's what Mama would have said. Them are some good strawberries. All right, so we got us a little strawberries there. Then we're going to put, do we put the pudding next? And then the, sorry, pie mixture on top of the, okay, yeah, pie mixture. So, and you know, you can make your layers as thick as you want or as thin. So I just kind of pile it on there. What are they saying now?
I don't know. That's random.
Oh, we were going to try to do next week. We were going to try to.
Randall's trying to get you in trouble. What he's trying to do.
Randall.
Oh yeah.
Randall, you better stop it.
Well, she's been here in a couple of weeks. We'll probably take next week off, but
Yes.
talk to Randall
Get
today.
my nerves back.
Talk to Randall today, and I think he's going to come over and show us how to make Mama's sweet potato pie.
Well,
Sweet tater pie.
sweet tater pie. Okay, so got me a little layer of pudding. I don't know if y'all can see kind of that a little bit. Like I said, I am not Martha Stewart, so he's the Martha Stewart around here. I'm telling you, y'all, he picks out colors to paint the house, does the decorating. But he just does. He's good at it. Okay, so we're gonna put us a little bit of Cool Whip in here. What's Randall? Oh yeah, what was he trying to get me in trouble about, or do I not need to? No, Randall. I am not doing no such thing. So now we need another little layer of. Here, sous chef. How about be prepared? And y'all stop texting him so he can pay attention. He's got duties he needs to be doing.
So I need to move the camera.
I'm kidding. Y'all, we are so not professional at this at all. As you can see, Lord, I've made a mess already on the side.
Just get it made.
Just get it made, he says. All right, so little layer, strawberries. Let's put a little more on there. I'm just throwing it. All right, we get some pudding.
Supposed to put it in the bowl.
Huh?
Supposed to put the pudding in the bowl.
I'm putting the pudding in the bowl.
Okay.
Am I not?
I thought you dropped some.
Did I? I think you need just to stick chicken and dumplings. Where?
No, you didn't. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So we're making another layer of pudding. Another layer of whipped cream. And you know, obviously this could go on for a minute. I'm going to try to make it fast. So, yeah, did we ever finish telling about cancer and stuff? I guess we did.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
We don't know.
We don't know a whole lot more than what we did when we went down there. So, hopefully know something here in a couple weeks. And we'll just go from there.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll either get treatment here at Emory or down at Moffitt, but either way, it's going to be good. And then the next one after Randall's Mamaw sweet tater pie is I'm going to be making homemade biscuits and Grandmama Cagel's cocoa syrup.
Oh,
I'm telling you what.
for you. Oh, you're thirsty. Bless his heart.
Ever since I had that stem cell transplant, my mouth gets so dry I can spit cotton balls. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, you're a nut, Nathan Cagle.
So,
So yeah, so we're making who was it? Mamaw's?
no, Grandmama Cagle.
Yeah. Whatever Randall said, yeah.
We're gonna make Grandmama Cagle's cocoa syrup.
All right.
Tell you what.
Yeah, it's delicious. I know. I've seen people.
Cocoa syrup. Some people
about
call it chocolate gravy.
Yes,
but
it is.
all I know is delicious. And but like I said last week, I believe it was. I believe it was Brother Carl State that said that my mama sure did make a good biscuit, but the thing about it was that she sure didn't know how to butter one. So,
I guess you're going to show us how to butter a biscuit.
Yeah, we're going to show you how to butter a biscuit. But there's Murray.
Hey, y'all.
Here's the pie. All right.
We're getting there.
It's going to be good, folks, I'm telling you. We got our director over here texting us.
Randall, no, he's talking about the cocoa syrup.
Oh.
So, yeah, Randall was supposed to come next week to do the sweet potato thing, but I think we're taking that off.
Yeah, taking him next week off. He's getting ready for the union meeting. But anyway.
Watch that, Jack.
Where's Jack at?
Come here, Jack.
Where is he?
I don't know. He must have went upstairs. I was hoping he'd get on the camera for y'all. So, here we are making strawberry pie. Pudding. So, here's another little thing about my mother that, Lord, I wish you would look.
What's that, strawberry?
I don't know.
One I had set aside.
Oh, I don't know, honey. I think, you know what? I think you cut it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, just grab it. There's a whole other thing of them in there, So yeah, my mother always had, like, we were talking about how she always said funny things, and, I don't know, it wasn't really funny. It used to really make me mad when she would say it. And I would be like a teenager or a young girl going over to spend the night with somebody, going spending the night, or going to the mall, or going out with the boy, and when I would leave, the last thing she would say to me was, Jane, be somebody. Oh, it would drive me insane when she would say that. So, you know, life, I am, honey. I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes, even though I forgot the sugar. Anyway, so yeah, so as I got older, I realized she knew what she was talking about when she was telling me to be somebody. I mean, it wasn't like to, you know, pretend like I was somebody else. It was go out there and be somebody that represented, that was good, that was kind, that was loving. And, you know, I wish I'd have understood it back then. But I guess it's never too late to understand things that your parents tell you. So, I'd like to hear her say it. I tell you that much. If your parents are still around, you know, you take all the time you can and talk to them. And, you know, I wish right now, oh my God, somebody had said to me one time, did you and your mother did y'all cook together and stuff? No, we didn't. And I feel awful. I wish I had them, but we never really did. And I wish I could have, you know, gone back and, you know, this being her famous pie, made that with her. So
spend every minute you can with your mom and daddy.
Lord.
And all your loved ones. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you what. I mean, if anything, if cancer's made me realize anything, is you need to live each day like it's your last, and love everybody like it's the last time you see them. I'm telling you, it's like I say, cancer's a bad thing, but boy, it's been a good thing for me. I mean, in a way, I mean,
it's weird to say that, but yeah,
it's
has.
Brought us a lot closer, and I think it's brought us a lot closer to God. And
well, there's nothing like getting an incurable disease to bring you a little closer to your religion sometimes, isn't it? I mean, I don't. Anyway, I should be close to my religion all the time, but you know, that's just kind of the way it went, and that cancer business made me realize too. I mean, made us both realize life's too short, folks. Get on Facebook and make a fool out of yourself.
That's right. So anyway, how she got it done?
All right, yeah. So here's the deal.
Go get the camera, and we'll make us
Oh, y'all, look, is this not the cutest little apron you have ever seen in your life? This is the first time I have worn it. A friend of mine named Jane Kennedy that I go to church with, she made this. She painted these little chickadees on here. I have had this apron, I know, for a good 6-7 years, and this is the first time I have worn it. I ought to be ashamed. I should have worn it a long time ago.
But I'm gonna attempt to make a strawberry rose to go adorn the top of this pudding.
Adorn. Look at him. Just look at that.
Like that, and just make. Look at this.
I'm telling you.
Slice down and just kind of curl it out.
Are you thin? It's thin, right?
Yeah,
kind of thin slicing it? Yeah, I see.
And just kind of.
Don't go all the way down. You're just cutting.
Right.
Probably leaving a fourth down there at the bottom.
Yeah. Just cut this top off.
Well, let me have it. I'll eat it.
You just kind of slice that middle up a little bit, and you just kind of.
Well, you got you a little strawberry rose.
A little strawberry rose right in the middle. And then we'll just.
There you go.
We'll just decorate it with some good strawberries.
Lord, I tell you, I'm over here now looking at the side of this thing. That's the messiest pie I've ever made. My mother would be ashamed. Probably not. My mother, if she knew that we were filming a little funny show about her strawberry pie, she would be so flippin' happy. Actually, yeah, it's okay. Not too bad. All right, so let me see if I can sit this thing back down without making a big old mess and making everybody seasick. Well, Lord, I think your head's cut off.
You can tilt it back.
Well, how's that?
That's good.
How do you know? You can't even see it.
I can see it right here.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so, oops, one more thing while you keep talking.
But we just appreciate each and every one that tunes in, it's gonna look at it even. They couldn't watch it live. They may watch it later. Just we thank you and just appreciate. Like I say, I mean, this is just us being us. We
weren't. Wait. We were not us to start with. We were both so nervous, and I hate that. But we're not gonna be that way next time.
But if we can bring a little joy in somebody's life and be a little inspiration, and I just want somebody to say, I want what they got, and I'll tell you how to get it, and that's through Jesus Christ, and it makes you happy, even in tough times, and keep that in the back of your mind. Think about it, pray about it. But anyway, once again, this
Strawberry pie, y'all.
This
Who wants
is
a bite?
Cassie's strawberry pie. And we thought a little thing. We got this strawberry pie. We're going to have to make another one, so we just want to kind
Oh, Lord.
of help offset some of the
Better
cost.
get that thing ready.
We're going to auction this pie off to the high bidder. Oh, give me $100 bill now, 100, give me 25. I got 100, give me 25 now, 150, 150, 150. I got 150 now, 75. 150, give me 75, 75. Sold it. No, we ain't selling the pies off, but
He just wanted to be able to auction is what it is. He's good at it too.
I love me some auctioning.
You do a
But,
fine job of being an auctioneer.
Come see us sometime. Kegel Auction Company, kegelauction.com. Look us up on...
.net.
Excuse me, yeah. kegelauction.net. Why would I say that? kegelauction.net. Look it up on Facebook.
Well, I was going to go over all the ingredients.
Yeah, go over them again. How
Okay. 2 pounds of good strawberries, okay? 2 cups of whole milk. 4 tablespoons of sifted all-purpose flour, a tablespoon of vanilla flavoring, 3 eggs, 3/4 cups of sugar, box of vanilla wafers, some Cool Whip. Make sure that you defrost it though. It needs to sit out overnight inside your refrigerator.
And you mix the milk and all the dry ingredients and vanilla and eggs and sugar.
Don't forget the sugar.
You mix it all together and cook it up in a double boiler till it gets thick, and you gotta let it cool. Let it cool.
Because then it'll melt your whipped cream if you don't, and then you're gonna be really pissed. And you know.
I can't believe you ain't nervous now, are you? Oh, Lord, I love this woman. You just said pissed.
You said it too. Oh my God. Amazing, Kay. You made me laugh so much I'm crying.
But anyway, start off with a layer of vanilla wafers, a layer of strawberries, a layer of whipped cream,
pudding,
the whipped cream.
End with the whipped cream. You know what? If you want to start your layers with whatever, but that's how my mama made it, and that's how I make it. You make it the way you want to make it. And if you would like to have a copy of
There's Jack.
Lord, Jack, you had a vanilla wafer and you missed it because you was gone. If you'd like to have a copy of the recipe, I'm happy to email it to you or whatever. Just let me know. You know how to get in touch with us, I guess.
And we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we do. Thanks for
coming out and watching us. And until we meet again.
I feel like we should sing something when you said that. What was that? Thanks for the memories.
No, we don't want to do that.
No, Leanne, that's your job to come and sing, honey.
But, in the words of Papa Kegel, we love you and don't you forget it. See y'all next time.
Yeah.
We do love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good night. Happy quarantining.